I'm letting go of the version of me that is afraid to be sexual. I feel like I'm such a prude. I shouldn't say that. I don't identify as that anymore. But yeah, my whole life I've had a lot of like shame around sex. I feel like my ex helped me a lot with this actually, but I still like have such a long way to go. I still have a lot of shame around sex. Or again, I'm releasing this part of me, so I don't identify with this anymore. I'm choosing to accept that part of me, integrate that part of me, and to see myself as a sexual being and not judge myself for being sexual, having sexual thoughts, having a sex drive. Yeah, sometimes I literally like judge myself for having a sex drive. Not sometimes, pretty much all the time. And I'm just like, oh, I barely have a sex drive. Like, I only have a sex drive like 2 days a month, which is kind of true, but it's probably because I'm like repressing that part of myself so much. And it's actually natural to have a sex drive. Like, we're literally meant to reproduce. That's like one of the most important parts of being human, or like one of the most, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like very important biologically for us to reproduce. So it makes sense that that would be a really important part of our brains and personalities. And yeah, I think like women do have less of a sex drive because they more so have a sex drive just when they're ovulating, because that's when they're able to have kids. But I still feel like I have like way less of a sex drive than everyone around me. I used to literally think I was asexual. I like wondered so much if I was asexual and was just like very, very confused. But as my life has gone on, I realized that I'm not. I think I really only have like a sex drive when I like someone specific or when I'm with them, which I feel like is kind of a blessing. But yeah, even when I have a crush, I kind of like judge myself for having like sexual thoughts. And I think that part of it is I have this belief that like when women are sexual or like embrace their sexuality, it's like they get reduced to just that. Like, women don't get to like be multifaceted. Like, if you are a sex worker or something, like you're just a sex worker. And I really don't view that people that way, because I know some people are gonna watch this and be like, well, then that's a reflection of you. But like, I really don't look at sex workers that way. Like, I understand that they're like a fully fledged human. But I guess like maybe I would look at myself that way and think that if I'm embracing my sexuality, then like that's all I am. But I don't think that. I know there's like a million sides to me, and if someone interprets me that way and like me talking about sex makes them only think of me in a sexual light and not like value my personality and my mind or whatever, then that's just like a reflection of them. It doesn't really matter how they interpret me. Or if someone judges me for that, like again, that's just a reflection of them and their own relationship with sex. And I don't care anymore. Like, I just want to be myself in every moment, be all versions of myself. I don't care to portray myself accurately anymore. But I feel like this is like one area of my life where I still am afraid to be authentic, or like I'm rejecting a part of myself, and it's like a shadow that I need to integrate. I had a dream the other day that I was getting my asshole waxed, and then the person who was doing it started eating me out. And then, I don't know, it was like a weird dream with a lot of weird details. And when I woke up, I was like writing about it because I was trying to psychoanalyze it. And I felt bad like even writing about it. I was like I felt like uncomfortable even like writing in my journal that I got like eaten out in a dream. And I was like, I could never tell anyone this dream. And then I was like, literally, what is wrong with me? Like, why can I not tell someone about a dream where I got eaten out? Like, we're all fucking having sex. Like, I'm 27 years old. Sex is a part of life. Everyone thinks about sex. People make art about sex all of the time. Like, for so long I was like, I can't make videos about sex. I can't be known for sex. Yeah, I literally was like, I can't make a video about sex. Like, you can't talk about sex publicly. Like, I literally had this belief, like, you can't talk about sex publicly. Like, that's not okay. But it's like, sex is in so many movies. Sex is in so many songs. People talk about sex all of the time. I had this like weird belief of like, I literally can't talk about sex. I mean, maybe I never will get a normal job, but I wasn't getting a normal job anyway. I think the universe was blocking me from getting a normal job, and also like I just know I'll be successful eventually one day. I'm not really worried about it anymore. But I guess I like worry about certain people in my life judging me for being sexual, but if they judge me, then I don't really want them in my life. Yeah, there's really no logic behind it. It's just a feeling that I'm working through and that I'm deciding to let go of. And I was also thinking about sharing my YouTube channel or like my Instagram with my mom so she could watch some of my videos. I feel like every week the universe will have me face certain fears. They'll like give me instructions to face certain fears, to take certain leaps of faith. And this week it was to share my YouTube with my mom, which also makes sense because it's like realistically, if I had 100,000 subscribers, I wouldn't care who sees my channel. I'd be like, yeah, I'm rich. And I would just fully like embrace myself and be my authentic self and feel like comfortable and confident in that. I think it's like there's this aspect of I'm afraid my family will watch my videos and then be like, you destroyed your chances of ever having a normal job. And so then they'll like judge me for that. Whereas I feel like if I'm successful, then I can do whatever I want and I can talk about whatever I want. So this makes so much sense. So it's like, in order to step into the version of me that has the success and the subscribers, I have to act like that version of me, right? So I have to be willing to show everyone my channel, first of all, and then also talk about whatever I want, feel comfortable being my full authentic self, because that's what I would do if I was making a bunch of money on YouTube and successful on YouTube. So honestly, when I started filming this video, I didn't know if it would ever get posted, but I feel like I have to post this video. But anyway, sorry, I feel like I went off on a tangent and like kind of, I don't know if I made sense, but I was thinking about sending my mom my YouTube, and then I was like, but there are certain things I say, like where I talk about sex, that I would be nervous about her seeing. And I swear a lot. But again, it's like if someone doesn't accept me for me, my authentic self, then I don't even really want them in my life. I just want to be my authentic self. I just want to be free. And in reality, everything is a reflection of you. So if someone is judging you for something, it's only because you're judging yourself. And if you decide to stop judging yourself for that thing, they will stop judging you. So I know that like, actually these people are not going to judge me for this. If they do judge me, I could just stop judging myself and then they'll stop judging me. But also, there have been so many situations in my life where I'm like, oh, my sibling is gonna judge me for this or whatever, and it ends up not being true because I accept myself. And I'm really secure in my belief systems now that I just feel really comfortable with who I am. I don't need other people to agree with me. But it's like because of that, other people are accepting. And of course, I get comments that don't agree with me and don't see things the way I do, but that really just doesn't affect me. And you know, people have free will, so it's like if people want to stay in that mindset, I guess, of judging, then you just outgrow them and they just end up not being a part of your life, and that's just kind of how it goes. Like people can either kind of rise up and adopt your healthy mindset and pick up on your healthy thoughts and beliefs and be a reflection of that, or they can stay where they're at and stay comfortable. So yeah, I'm trying to like accept the sexual part of me, accept that I have sexual thoughts and desires sometimes. I'm ovulating, so I've been really horny the past couple of days, and I've been having to create a lot of YouTube videos in order to redirect that sexual energy. I don't know if I can leave this part in. Sexual energy and desire is great because you can use it for creativity. And if you ever are frustrated with like having a high sex drive, I really recommend creating things. Also, everyone around me lately, I feel like talks about sex so much. Like all the people around me are so sexual. Like my coworkers are always making sexual jokes. My best friend is like a very sexual person, has a very high sex drive, talks about sex all the time. Like talks about how she like wants girls to tie her up, tells me in detail about her sex life. Honestly, all of my friends talk about sex so much. Like there are days where I'm like, I feel like we talked about nothing but sex. And I'm like, is that just how the world is? I think in a way it is, because sex is just a really important part of life and people do talk about sex a lot, and it is like a part of a lot of people's humor. But also I think it's the universe like reflecting this part of me to me, because I feel like for so long now, like so many of the conversations in my life have revolved around sex, and so many of the people in my life talk about sex a lot and like just really embrace their sexuality, and it's helping me integrate that part of myself and be comfortable with that part of myself. Like I have a friend that whenever I'm running late, he'll like send in the group chat, Bree's masturbating, and then I'm like, I'm not, and like I never do that. And then I'm like, well, why do I care? Like that's actually such a good exposure therapy that he's saying that, because why do I think that's like a bad thing that I shouldn't be doing? Like it's not. And yeah, I feel like he was like put in my life to help me accept this part of myself in so many ways, because he just like does a lot of shit like that and talks about sex all of the time and has really taken away like any negative emotional charge that it has. And yeah, now I just gotta post this video, because posting videos of the parts of myself that I struggle to accept always just like helps me accept and integrate them, because it's like, well, I'm showing it to the world. And I can be a sexual person and have a sex drive and still be so much more than that. And yeah, it's a natural part of life. It's normal. Healthy people have sex drives because we're meant to reproduce. I'm not controlled by it at all. I mean, I've literally been celibate for so long. I'm not like ruled by lust or anything like that. Like, and it honestly doesn't bother me at all, where it's not like hard for me to resist or whatever. So like, that's not an issue. I mean, sometimes I do judge people if they're like kind of controlled by sex and if they like cheat and things like that. I have judged people for that in the past and obviously not wanting to be like that, but I never have been. You know, it is important to have like a healthy balance and to have self-control and to be stingy with your sexual energy and not be like giving it to everyone, because I do think having sex with people who are in a lower vibration is gonna lower your vibration, or having sex from a place of like trying to have it fulfill you and make you feel like whole and good or whatever, or worthy, like that's not a good energy to be in. Yeah, really everything is like how you do it, not what you do. The energy that you do things with is so important, and the intention that you do things with. And if you're like in a state of like fear, lack, scarcity, stress, or if you're more acting on intuition, just doing it from like a healthy place of desire, it makes a big difference. And again, like, not to scare you, it's fine to have sex with whoever, like nothing bad's gonna happen to you. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.